Hello, cat lovers. Welcome to Thursday's Q&A. This week's subject is cat brand versus R&D. This topic has garnered a lot of direct messages and conversation online. Therefore, we think it's important that the R&D team clean up the miscommunication regarding differences between the daily operations of the R&D lab and the brand interface, as certain civilian consumers may be confusing the technical aspects of cat products versus a marketing initiatives. Thursday is the R&D Lab's portal to talk about major topics surrounding industry, with Monday focused on specific cat technologies for civilian users. So we're taking the time this Thursday to talk about this new entrant known as cat. We understand what the cat brand team do and why they do it. 3.5 weeks ago, the brand name cat wasn't known to anybody except a small group of retailers, the R&D team, and Cat's different operational teams. It is safe to say, whether good or bad in the short term, the industry has now heard the name cat. This is the job of a brand team. The brand marketing team looked at the acronym CAT and decided to create an interface. This brand interface needed to create instant noise, and like a cat, it would be playfully mischievous and get up to no good doing things the market would not expect. The aim is to create two very clear partitions. One is an irreverent brand face that is lighthearted, jokes, messes around, conducts a bit of teasing, and the other is a technology-only product interface. This is who we are on Monday and Thursday. The Cat brand team is prohibited from signaling out any manufacturer or industry personality by name or product. The Cat's brand voice is not supposed to be serious. It is simply to be silly noise. And like a cat, it will not bend to the rules of its owner. Having a voice that isn't serving a corporate revenue agenda is extremely important. There is a large part of the market that has been very dissatisfied with the conduct of certain manufacturers, the influencers, the corporate voice of forums, and they have wanted change for a long time. The Cat brand interface is only for civilians that understand the Cat brand is a cheeky joke at parts of the industry, that it's a pushback to being told to stay in your lane. For example, you're new, behave, get in line, and respect the Godfathers. The Cat brand is a direct catalyst of how the U.S. market has operated before Cat, and it's this that the Cat brand team has found a little fun and called out the certain hypocrisies. The reality is very clear. The U.S. civilian suppressor industry might have a product regulated by the NFA, but the industry itself is largely ungoverned. The forums are often easily commercially weaponized by the manufacturers or retailers that own or support them. There is no independent third-party product testing body, and the industry pretty much self-moderates. It would have been easy for the Cat brand team to release a single video with all major competitors tested against each other, heat-tested, weighed to judge carbon buildup, flash via open frame, and suppression PSIs showing the weaknesses in the models, etc. But this serves no purpose. It's simply belittling and does nothing for civilian users. This is the line Cat does not cross. It respects every manufacturer, from the corporates to the brands that started in a garage, but that doesn't mean the industry does not deserve to be made fun of at times. Cat has not and will not give free suppressors to any user. It does not pay for validation. Cat technologies have gone through thousands of hours of elite user-destructive tests around the world. The R&D technology lives in elite programs, and the R&D teams know the other manufacturer products that exist today that hold our R&D lab technologies. This is a space race. It is not a popularity contest. Cat's current brand voice is unsustainable in the medium to long term. It serves a purpose at the start to create noise, but frankly, it's of no real interest to the men and women that work and support the R&D labs globally, or the operating structures that created Cat. It is fine to create some initial noise via memes and trolling, but there is a clear separation for what we do at the R&D labs and what the team at the brand interface does. The R&D lab take a very clear and concise approach to innovation on all projects and has taken the same dedication to Cat products for the U.S. civilian market. The lab looks at the next generation users and the product needs at those times. There is an old saying that the innovation of tomorrow starts with the innovation of today. When the R&D team involved with Cat look at the civilian product creation, they are looking at many different categories and ranking them in potential civilian user order. Obviously, sound and flash suppression, as well as gas blowback rate, very high on the list, but the ability to clean the suppressor, long-term durability, as this is a lifetime purchase, and potential warranty claims are also key imperatives for the R&D team. As civilian users are not generally discharging their firearm platforms inside tight hallways, stairwells, or small rooms as an operating basis, high critical points for elite users such as wave propagation and staggered sonic sound are not as relevant, but these points are not discarded in CAT civilian product development. They just slide down the list. When the R&D development team look at a product, such as ODB, they are combining internal points with external points, such as overall length, as overall length increases the potential of a poorly flighted round to strike internal structures, and the ability of the suppressor materials to withstand repetitive cleaning, as an increased buildup of carbon will diminish the pressure and sound qualities of a suppressor, among others. Making a product that civilian users spend considerable money on, wait considerable time to own, and then have a restrictive disposal process makes civilian product development a very different beast to elite users. Therefore, the R&D team has developed supplementary products that will support the technical features of a CAT suppressor purchase, such as organic synthetic cleaning acids designed to work specifically against carbon and titanium and Inconel materials, and a hyper-advanced additive process that restores damaged DMLS single construction products within weeks, so there is no need for Form 4 reapplications. The R&D team looked at the entire NFA process for suppressor acquisition, then looked into the future. Consider the world today, where a civilian user purchases a CAT suppressor, that suppressor is serialized, the civilian user waits months to receive it. And while they are waiting, technology moves forward. And that civilian user now owns that product for a lifetime. Now imagine a new world where that suppressor could have the old technology deleted, new technology added, all with the same serial number. This is not science fiction. The R&D labs behind CAT use this technology today, the ability to modify the past with the future. CAT is not a joke. It is not a meme. It is the next evolution of technology that hasn't existed in the U.S. defense industry for civilians. There is a need for the mass market to own and have access to cheaper technologies. CAT supports this 100%. There is no right or wrong in a user's preference. But this should not be confused that all suppressor technology is the same. It is not and never will be. A singular suppressor must be built to be as many things to as many user needs as possible. This is the approach the CAT R&D simply wish to bring to the civilian user. We treat suppressor design like a heptathlon. Total points wins the day, the best all-rounder. Why? Because the user is going to own this suppressor for life. It cannot be a one-dimensional purchase.